Hey, my friends, what's happening? Lisa Marshall, your old school soul girl here, back at it, doing some mixing, and I'm working on the all important, of course, I would say that as a vocalist, vocals, because they kind of are important, especially in old school soul music. So, I today am walking you through the mix bus chain and the settings and the details with all of that I am going to be doing today, including adding reverb and delay. So this is a unmixed track, except I went ahead and treated the individual tracks of the vocals. So we've got those chains put together, and if you are interested in receiving or getting hold of this information, I have spent some time putting together a very detailed PDF on how you can achieve this sound using Universal Audio, Waves, and Logic plugins. Those are my favorites, so that's where I'm starting. So if you want that, just comment below and I'll make sure you get the link to that. It's still a few things that I gotta kind of tidy up on this PDF, and it's very detailed. It's like a 20-page PDF, incredibly detailed. Why you're doing it, what it's going to do when you apply this a certain EQ or compression ratio, etc., etc. So it gives you really, because I need that kind of information. I need to know and understand the breakdown and why I'm doing it. I mean, there is also using your ears, but I'm still learning my way around compressors and EQ frequencies. So this is, I guess, more for the home studio producer, a little bit of a novice. Maybe you're intimidated to try to mix your own songs. It can be a little painstaking, but the reward is amazing. And I'm telling you, I put this in a PDF. Your vocals should sound friggin' amazing. So, the thing is, I want to get together a little bit of information, more information for male vocals, because I've done this predominantly for female vocals because I've been using it myself. It's my own process. Yeah, so just comment below, give me a thumbs up, just put Stax Vocals, and I will send you that link. And it's like $10. It's so cheap and so worth it. And I'm just this is the beginning of it all. So I'm just kind of putting it out there to feel around to see how much interest there is for such a thing. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm also going to turn my phone on so I can see the comments here as well. Let's see. There you are. There you are, kid. Hey, sis, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to my mixing session. So this sound seems to be like what's coming back around. This delicious analog sound that's got warmth and depth and presence and sits well in the mix. It's got that nice little shiny top end. All right, get that Hat Factory working, Miss Steph. I love it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm actually going to be using this PDF to continue here on the vocal mix bus. That's what we're focused on right now, is the mix bus for lead vocals. Now, I will say too, and here it is, you can see part of it. When I first balance this track. I was a little concerned that maybe I didn't record the vocals hot enough, so I went ahead and doubled all the vocal tracks. But once I started applying some of these processes to the individual tracks, it's really starting to sit nicely. I'm going to just focus on the verses right now to do this because I don't want to wear out my ears really fast. All right, let's do this. Let's find in this fabulous PDF these steps for putting together what we need for the mix bus. And I want to add to that, this PDF really, really goes into detail. I always was kind of confused about using like the Pultec EQP or the Logic's Vintage tube EQ because of that bottom part that handles all the mids. Got it all worked out, laid it all out for you. So, okay. All right, so here we go. Now, we are starting off with, I'm going to go ahead and start with the tape. This is optional, but because playback on tape is how it happened for the mixing, I'm going to go ahead and use it on my vocal bus. So let's take a listen here.
We left our notes in the sand, a quiet song only we could understand. Through every road.
Right, we're just going to circle it back right here. That's all we need. All right, so you can see here. Oh, you can't see shit because my big old face is in there. Let's get me up in here in a corner where I belong. I'm a bad girl. And let's also make this so you can see this a little bit better. Here we go. And let's also shrink this up a bit because I want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing, because I get very frustrated if I can't see every little bit. I need to have things explained to me like I'm 5, and then I need very clear cut information. So that's what I've done in this PDF. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got we're on the loop, and I've got my lead vocal bus here. This is the individual tracks every other. These are the doubled parts. I'm keeping them just in case I need them for bigger parts of the song, but right now they're all muted. So here we go. Let's start with this. And maybe I should make this a little bit. Here we go. There you go. All right, so you can see I've gone ahead and I've gain staged everything. And when you're using analog type plugins, you want to keep it between minus 18 dBs and 15 dBs. So it's all hitting there somewhere. Of course, there's going to be some peaks and such, but I just kind of keep going because there's going to be compression on the mix bus, on the master. There's going to be compression on the vocal mix bus. So it's just a little bit of doing this over here, coming over here, and balancing this. So that's what we're doing. All right, here we go.
We left our notes in the sand, a quiet song only we could understand. Through every road in it, we left our notes in the sand, a quiet song only we could.
All right, so I'm going to start, because I used Kramer tape over here, I'm going to start with the Waves J37 tape, I think, on this. I really like the J37 tape a lot. All right, so this is what we're doing.
We left our notes in the sand.
So we're going to make sure the speed is on 15. It's a warmer and a little bit of a slower sound. The bias we're going to do +3 just to give it a little more saturation, a little more drive, if you will. The noise and flutter, I'm going to leave pretty low on this because, and also the wow. Actually, I'm just going to turn it off because typically Stax like to do, they were pretty all natural. So that's how we're going to do this. And as I'm looking at my PDF, I'm already seeing notes that I need to make to myself, like why these different tapes. Just give descripts of different tapes so everybody understands. Okay, here we go. So this input gain.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
All right, we're going to do the tape formula at 811.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we.
That's all we really want. I just want the tape on there.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
Then I was just making sure that I'm gain staging at every plugin, meaning I don't want to just keep adding more volume or taking away the volume. This is added maybe like hardly anything. It was 18.7 and now it's at 18.4. I'm fine with that. All right, now we're going to get to my favorite compressor. We're going to use the Fairchild 670. Now you notice most of my individual tracks I'm using, Waves and Logic plugins. The reason for this is because the Universal Audio plugins on my particular computer and software uses a lot of the DSP or the CPU. Excuse me. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. So, and also I find that Universal Audio will only let me use so much of their plugins on my session. So I tend to you can see I use the UAD Pultec EQP1A and the Fairchild over here on the mix bus. So I tend to leave those for the most important parts of the song, in my opinion, which would be the mix bus and the vocals. So we're going to go down here. We're going to grab this Fairchild 670. This is, now the cool thing about that is I also have the Fairchild in Waves. So I will probably end up using that on my backing vocals and everything else that I'm going to use the Fairchild for. All right, so here we go. So what we're doing is we're basically using this compression to glue the multiple tracks together, and we're adding a little warmth and vintage character. And you can hear when you just even put this plugin on that it gives that vintage character already.
We left our notes in the.
Listen to this.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes.
You can hear it. It just gives a little bit of zhuzh on there. Love it. All right, so the input gain. We're going to put it about 2 to 3. Well, let's start at 3.
We left our notes in the sand.
We're going to go to the threshold, and we want this to, let's turn this up. We want it to hit so it's about 2 to 3 dB of gain reduction at the most. Okay. Sorry, I want to make sure I've got all the information here, and clearly I don't. So I'm going to have to update this a little bit too from my other document, because once you get this, I want you to know everything that you need to do. All right.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song on.
I'm going to do about -1 here because this is a verse.
We left our notes in.
Tom constant, we want about 3 or 4. 3 is going to give us about a medium attack, and it's going to give us a nice smooth release.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
Which is, I'm not doing anything really big vocally on here,
We
so
left our notes in the
just
sand.
right below -1 is where I'm going to let it sit. And just a tad bit more.
We left our notes
Okay.
in.
All right, and we're going to take this this lateral vert, and we're going to change it over to lateral vert for this vocal.
We left our notes in the sand.
And then we're going to adjust the threshold. This is how it goes. It's a constant. Oh, okay. Now we got to adjust this. Let me do something real quick here, too. I want to get a little more clarity around this, too. And I'm using Logic Drummer, and I could not be happier. I love how this turned out. I love that little side rim that's happening. Is a beautiful. All right. Okay. Simon Says mix time. I love it. I love it.
We left our notes in the sand. Quiet song only we could understand. Through every rock in it, we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every rock in it.
Okay.
We left our notes in the sand.
All right, so we're doing this. We're correcting some things here.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
Also, if I may say, I don't know if you're like me, but I'm kind of an impatient person and I want things to kick in right away. And what I'm learning is that it takes a minute for these to kick in. I'm already like, what's next? Let's go. All right. And so the reason why we're doing this lat vert right here, because it ensures an even stereo compression. And it'll keep the vocals nice and centered and glued. All right.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
Okay, that's good. I'm watching the level here.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
All right, it's leveling out things pretty lovely. Now let's see.
We left our notes in the sand.
All right, so I want it to hit around 18.4.
We left our notes in.
Dial back some of the output.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
All right, I'm happy with that. I try to be as precise with the lead vocals as possible. Well, with most stuff, but the lead vocals especially. I don't really want to lose any volume, so that's why I was just trying to get it to get a little more exact on the gain level. All right, and then we're going to use. Okay. I'm not going to use a limiter unless I need. I'm going to wait and see because I just am going to wait and see. This is not a really particularly punchy song for vocals. It's not incredibly dynamic because I was very cognizant about my mic technique and where I was with the microphone at all times. So I was trying to be very, very cognizant of that to get the original signal so I wouldn't have to, fight it too much, if that makes sense. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a final EQ on this, and we're just going to use the vintage. I like this. I really like Logic's. It looks just like the EQP, the Pultec EQP. Not the 1A. I can't remember exactly which one it is. But me likey. All right, so we're gonna do.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
You can hear that. It's just so nice.
We left our notes in the sand.
Already just giving it that nice warmth. I'm gonna leave it right about here.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
I'm gonna give it. I already have so much mid-range in my voice. I'm gonna try just a little bit boost here at 3 kilohertz.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a little bit of the top end, a little bit more too. I could stand just a little more clarity.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand.
Might have to go back and put some de-essers, a de-esser on the individual channels. For right now, we're just gonna keep on rolling.
We left our notes in the sand.
It doesn't bother me.
We left our notes in the sand.
You can see I went on to 5K just because I carry so much of my voice around 1 to 3 or 4K. I already have so much natural high mids in my voice. So I just went on over to 5. 5 is also what Motown records would use to get the vocals to cut through with horns and strings. So I went ahead with that. All right, let's get some reverb up in the his. Okay, I am going to use, typically was used at Stax Records. In a lot of records, honestly, was the EMT 140 plates. I don't have that, but Abbey Roads, Waves Abbey Roads plates, is designed after that. So that is what I'm going to use. I love Waves Abbey Road plates. I think it sounds amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. So what we're doing here is we're going to create a send from the lead vocal bus. And this send is going to be our reverb. And then we're going to do a second one. This is going to be our delay. So we're going to come down here. You can see right here is 26. This is going to be our reverb. So let's call it lead vocal reverb. I also like to color code my reverb as a very bright pink. There you go. Now, we're going to also make sure this is going out to the mix bus. Oh, and I'm seeing some other things that are not. Okay. While we're here, even though I'm not really using these are kind of what came up with the strings. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure they're going to the mix bus while I'm here, since I've noticed that. All right, cool. So now we're here. We're back to the lead vocal reverb. Let's put this lead delay. Also, let's make that hot pink. Pinker. Dang it. Now, I labeled them first because Logic is pretty cool. Once I tap on this read button, tap it on or off and then back on. Well, didn't do it this time. Usually it'll put it right over where I want it. Let's try it with the... Yep, okay, that's all right. We'll just go ahead and we'll... Can I move these now? I thought you could in the new update. I guess not. We'll just go find them over here. Shift, grab them both, and we'll drag them up behind the lead vocal mix bus. I also want to point out something while we're here. And this is, I wouldn't say make a habit of this, but this was a song I was literally constructing sections at a time as I was writing it, but I had to get it recorded. As you can see up here, there's all these different sections of lead vocal. And at first I thought maybe that wasn't a good way to go until I saw Billie Eilish and Phineas talking about how their recording process is. And you can see that there's little chunks. She just does everything in sections. And so I thought, why not? And I kind of like this a lot because like I have a chorus track, I have a pre-chorus track, I have the verse track. And what's so nice about that is that as I continue on the mixing of this, let's say on a particular chorus track, it's a little too mid-rangey, or it's pushing too much mid-range, basically, which happens a lot in my voice. I can just go on that particular individual track and I can tone down the EQ for that. So this is just a plus for me. I just kind of wanted to point that out because I think, especially when you're starting out, I know for me anyway, I thought, oh, I have to get this done, this vocal in a continuous one recording track. And I just don't think that's the case. All right, so we're going to go grab the Waves Abbey Road plates in stereo. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, and let me just come back up here to my reverb section. Okay, so on this particular plate, we're going to start using the plate selector. We're going to use plate A or B. B is a little darker. A is a little more open. I'm going to stay with A. Again, I don't want to muddy up the mix either. I have a tendency to lean towards that. I know that about myself, so... All right, so the pre-delay, we're going to put at about 40. So the damping here, I'm going to do the highs. We're going to roll it off around 9. We're going to go ahead and we're going to send this over.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
All right. All right.
We left our notes in the sand.
All right. The bass cut, we're going to go to 2. 2 is 600 hertz.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every rock in it, we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every rock in it, we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
Because I put it on the wrong one. Ding dong.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes.
All right. We're going to do a light drive
We left our
between
notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
between 1 and 2. So I'm going to go about 1.5.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through it, we left our notes in the sand. A
the mix to about 20.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every rock in it, we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
We do the damper around 3. Decay damper around 3 here.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could.
All right, so this damper is the decay time. We want it set around 2.5.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet.
I love reverb, so I'm going with 4. I want it to be a little more washy.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we.
All right, I'm pretty happy with that for now. Also, can I move this over? I really want the reverb first. That's going to keep tripping me up. All right, and next we're going to get to... Now, delay is optional at this point. We're going to use it because it does give it a little depth and dimension, and I think it's important. Oh, sorry. This is really hurting my ears. I am going to go with... Do I have the waves? Nope, I thought I had the waves. Let's see if I have access to. I'm never really sure all the time what I have access to for the Universal Audio plugins because I haven't bought any extra, but they update it. So let's see. Can we use this? Nope. Too bad. So sad. All right, so we're just going to use the Logic then. Let's go back to... We're going to use tape delay. Okay. So you can see I'm using a combination, honestly, of some old school plugins and some more linear digital EQs because I still need to be able to see. So, for instance, when I did the high pass filters, I used the linear Logic EQ. It's easier for me to maneuver. Ding dong. All right, so I'm not that familiar with this plugin, so let's do it together. All right, delay time. Let's start. Be anywhere from 80 to 130. We're going to start at the minimal 80.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could.
Oh, wow. You can really hear that. I turned off the tempo sync. Well,
we left our notes. We left our notes in the sand.
feedback. We're going to do about between 5 and 15%. Again, I'm going to do 8. Saturation. Where's saturation? Dry wet mixed, about 10 or 20. Let's do about 17. Low cut. Do about 250 to 300. Let's do 290. Split the difference just a little bit. High cut between 8 and 10.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes.
I'm listening for the delay, just to see how much there is.
We left our notes in the sand.
Let's go to 10% on the feedback.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our.
Yeah.
We left our.
Yeah, that's good.
We left our notes. We left our notes. We left our notes.
Maybe just a tap it more.
We left our notes.
Yeah.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
Let's try this one.
We left our notes. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet.
Yeah.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every road in it, we left our notes.
Why does it sound like?
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every road in it, we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could.
Well, hey. Also, ding dong. What am I doing today?
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand.
All right, that's pretty good. I like that. We might thicken that up a little bit more.
We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every road, we left our notes in the sand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could.
Yeah.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every road in it, we left our notes in the sand.
Okay, I'm digging that pretty good. We're going to leave that there for now.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand.
I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see. We might have to EQ that a little bit more too, give it a little more top end. We're going to try adding a little tape afterwards.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. We left left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we could understand. Through every rock in it, we left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we.
Just add a little saturation after that tape delay. Just try to give it a little more of a vintage feel, sound.
We left our notes in the sand. A quiet song only we.
All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, next thing we're doing, we're going to get to these backing vocals. We're going to treat them kind of the same way. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the doubles on these. I'm going to start with just the singles. And again, I was concerned. I had gain staged everything, and they weren't cutting through, so I started doubling them all instead of just going in head and hey, Proforma Sounds. Thank you, I appreciate that. Welcome. Hey, don't forget, if you want to see about this PDF that I've put together for this Stax techniques for lead vocal, just give me Stax Vocals in the comments or a thumbs up, and I'll get you that link. And I'm still working it out and detailing it a little bit more, but it'll be ready to go very, very soon. All right, to our backing vocals. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to group these. These are all just doubles, and what I want to do is I want to get all the duplicates together because I don't think I'm going to be using them. Oh, hold up. There they are. Get you there and you down here. All right, now we're going to start with the individual tracks first, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab this channel EQ that I've already put together for the lead vocal because it's my vocals on here, and this is basically doing a high-pass filter to get any rumble, low end out of there. We're putting a little zhuzh at about 150, especially for female vocals, and between 1 and 2K. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit Option. I'm going to hold down Option, and I'm going to grab this EQ and I'm going to stick it on here. Pow. And then I'm just going to do the same for the other three. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so we started with that. Excuse me, we're going to move these down first. I lied. Move these down one. I thought by highlighting them we would all go together, but nope. Turns out they don't. We're going to start actually with this console, with the NLS, Waves NLS console. And I love this because you get the option between Spike, mic, and Nevo. Nevo being the 1073. I'm sticking with Spike. On the lead vocal, I'm going to switch it up to Nevo on the backing vocals just to see what happens with that. So again, hit down the Option key, grab that console, and then we're going to grab this and this. Actually, no, I lied. We're just going to go ahead and stick with this. So you can see on the console, you can actually assign each track its own channel. So I stopped at 8. I'm going to pick it up here. Oh, it is on Nevo. Why do I have? Why are you on Spike? Oh, it must have been for the mm-hmm. I got it for the. Never mind. Never mind. All right, so let's grab Nevo channel 9. This kind of emulates everybody having their separate channel and kind of gives different coloration because the boards weren't all just the same across the board. 10, 11. All right, so let's start with a little gain staging on this harmony. Let's make sure we're close on something here. Yeah. We're gonna just do I needed all these harmonies to come in, so that's why we've moved over to this part of the song. Let's see what we got here. I just want to see where this is hitting. Already you can see I can give this just a little bit more. I don't mind the backing vocals being around 17.5. I think that's great. Give it a little bit more, but that's okay. See what's happening. Alright, that's okay. We'll leave it there. And we will grab this guy. I'm just trying to get this low harmony closer to 18. That works for me. Also because I know my lower register cuts through for some reason. 18.2. Wild. That works for me. I I feel better now that they're all hitting around 17. Let's just check this now. Interesting. Great. This is the fun part, right? Painstaking. I don't know why I turned that off. 17.5. That's great. 17.8 is fine by me. This is 17.2. Great. They're all hitting about very close to each other, which is fantastical. All right, so now we're going to do tape before compression, because it's going to create more of the true chain signal as if we were in the studio. So we're going to go ahead and grab this. And actually, do I want to do Kramer tape or J37 is the question. We're going to do Kramer. Yeah, because they would all be on the same tape. That's just silly. So I'm going to option, hold down option, grab this Kramer tape, bring it over here. Spread the love. All right, starting with this guy, about 17.8. We're going to keep it there. I'm going to... So I just want this, I want the needle hitting between 3 and 2. Pretty happy with that. Sorry. And usually this is linked, but I've unlinked it so that I can control the input and output levels here. That's all that is. Let's see what's happening here. Huh. That's odd. I'm lowering it because I know this is not as big as the end on this harmony, so I'm just taking it down a hair. Happening over here? Why are you in pretty happy with that. Do that. All right, now we're getting into our compressors. We're getting to our compressors now. We're going to start with, again, I'm using Logic's stock compressors because they're great. This vintage FET emulates the 1176 quite well. We're going to start with this, and we're probably going to end up doing double compression. We're going to use the Opto, which will emulate the LA2A. So let's start with this compressor here. All right, and the same thing, we're just gain staging everything, making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do.
All right, with that, I mean, it's starting to push up the volume a little bit, though, so we're just going to take it down a bit.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you like I do.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you like I do.
Very good. And you can see the 1176, the FET it grabs things quickly.
Love you like I do. Love you. Love you like I do.
That works for me. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the basic Logic's version of the LA2A, the vintage Opto. This is just to give us the nice little buttery yumminess, because butter makes the world go round on the tracks. Again, we're going to option. We're going to hold. I don't know why that did that. So we're going to hold down option, grab this compressor, bring it over here. Pow. Boom. All right, and we'll start with the bottom.
Love you like I do.
Oh.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you. Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you. Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you like Love you like I do.
Interesting. works for me too. And then we're going to grab this tube EQ. This is for tonal shaping. And I'm doing duo mono to try to be more authentic with the Stax. Okay, great. I told you this, but the low harmony every time. All right, and let's grab this harm bus. Let's save this first. Let's go grab the harm bus and stick it up here. And we're pretty much the same process on the mix bus and sending reverb and delay to this as well. So I just had to gain stage the vocal harmony bus because I took away all the duplicates and didn't realize that I had not gain staged that. So let's just grab tape. Just gonna gain stage it again. Let's grab the tape and not the second gain, dingus. Get this back to stereo pan. I'm going to see something too, actually. I want a little more saturation on those vocals. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah. I might even do it for the lead vocal. We'll see. And then we're going to do this Fairchild. Actually, yeah, this should work. it to hit around -2.
Love you like I do. 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 Love you like I do.
I was losing a little bit of energy on that top.
Love you like I do. 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 Love you like I do.
All right, I'm all right with that. And then we'll grab this last EQ.
Love you like I do. 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 Love you like I do.
All right, that's good. I wanted it to match the lead vocal bus a little bit more, so that's why I kept doing that. All right, let's get our reverbs. Boop. And delay. All right. So we'll call this Harmburb. And let's make it hot pink. Hot pink. Let's also make sure the stereo out is going to the mix bus. And let's call this Harm Delay. So I probably should make the delays a little bit different. I think I will. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll go mix bus. All right, boom, pow. Boom, pow. Let's see, this one actually worked. Look at there. It's right here. And let's switch these around. I need it to be verb first. It's just how I am. Okay, and then let's grab Abby. Abby here. Let's grab tape delay. And J37. All right.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you like I do. Love you like
okay. It's okay.
Love you like I do.
Stand a little more volume on the bus harmonies.
Love you like I do.
All right, I need to tighten those up a little bit more, so I need to come back and address that. I do blurb.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do.
That'll probably have to be some automation. Okay, so that's what we've got for the vocal. And no, Steph. Hey, Ed, right on from the airplane. Holy crap, London to Toronto. That's a flight. Well, thanks, Ed, for hanging out. I don't know if you heard me say that I put together a PDF with very detailed information on how to EQ your lead vocals and your lead vocal bus and harmonies. And if you're interested in it, I'm just kind of polishing it up, make sure everything's got what I would want in it. And just comment, thumbs up in the comment section or Stax Vocals. And I will comment back with the link that you can pick this up. All right, we're going to stop there because I think I've been on here for a little bit and my ears are kind of tired, but I'm pretty pleased with this. I might add a little more saturation to the harmonies.
Love you like I do. Love you like I do.
Yeah. And let me see about the lead vocal too.
Love you like I do.
Yeah.
Love you like I do.
All right. So far, so good. Next thing we're going to work on are strings because you can hear that they're definitely sitting in with where the vocal range is. So I want to get those cleaned up and I want to create some space for the strings. And I think I'm going to use parallel compression for that. And then we get to go to the bass and drums. I'm using Logic Drummer. I am really loving the new Logic Session Drummer. We'll talk about that too in depth. As you can see, I've gone through and just balanced everything over here in the drums. And then we're going to go through and get some little more EQ, a little more zhuzh on the drums to give it a little more what we want on this song. But anyway, that's it for me tonight. And I will be pretty much on here every day this week, recording my EP, mixing, and sharing all the tips and tricks, and mostly just showing you behind the scene of, and hopefully we'll learn together, and I'll bring some insight to the Stax Records techniques and getting that delicious analog sound. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm Lisa Marshall. I'm off to see the wizard about a few things. Good night, y'all.